Welcome to D+J BFF, the Daniel, Jason, Best Friends Forever podcast.
Woo!
I'm joined by my better half, Jason Williams.
I'm joined by my better half, Daniel Gastelum.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you, man.
Don't do it. This is the moneymaker. I'm gesturing towards my face.
Oh man, is that why you're so broke right now?
Ouch. I'll accept this one. I'll get you back later. Just have to think of something that good. Oh man.
How you doing, man?
Kind of let that one happen.
Yeah, you walked right into it.
I'm doing pretty good. Spent all weekend working on games and preparing for Wasteland.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm ready after putting in many hours of work. I think I've managed to screw up my clothes enough.
I don't believe you.
I feel like I'm trying to work really hard to look homeless. It's kind of weird, but it's also kind of fun to stress things. I'm pretty excited.
Wait, dude. Did you ever see that like Fashion Week thing where like a super rich like clothing designer made homeless chic garments?
I think I might have.
And they cost $5,000 each.
Was it like a trash bag?
Oh, basically, you're wearing a trash bag and a Carl's Jr. bag as a hat. It's fucking gross.
And it's got our label on it, so...
It's gross that rich people could look at homeless people and be like, I could turn that into an H&M thing. That's beyond fucked.
Something that they wouldn't even be able to afford.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. How did we get off on this tangent?
I don't remember. Anyways, how are you?
Oh, fuck. Oh, well, we started this one really great. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there. Stressing about Wasteland, and woke up today, couldn't move for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's not usually a good sign.
No, wow.
I mean, I'm not a doctor.
Are you sure? That sounds like something a doctor would say. That doesn't sound fine.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, thanks, man. Oh, fuck. So Strategicon happened, and we weren't there.
Yeah, I totally messed that one up. Turned out not checking my email for 2 months kinda made it difficult to keep abreast of news, so... I'll let people know about the next Strategicon.
In your absence, another 9-year-old was brutally destroyed in a game of werewolf by a 65-year-old.
Aw, man. You probably didn't even have me there to... I guess I didn't really help last time.
No. You just watched? Didn't you put that on, like, your Instagram story?
I mean, I was trying to... It was art about the human condition of... Shut up. It was funny.
Well, do you have any plugs up top?
Sure. Normally I'd plug that room game I'd run at Strategicon, but kind of messed that up. I'll plug my blog, thoughtcauldron.com, which is about to get updated regularly again.
Up top, like where you're gonna be and stuff.
Oh.
But thanks.
Then I'll be at Wasteland. Yeah, anywhere you'll be?
I will be at Wasteland Weekend in, like 14 days.
Damn it. I'm not ready.
And I'll be doing shows in the Mushroom Cloud Lounge Thursday to Saturday at 2:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. And on Thursday at 7 o'clock on the Den stage, I will be doing a charity show for the Trevor Project. We'll be raising money for LGBTQ youth for mental health resources and suicide prevention.
Nice.
Now, the last few times we talked about that show, we developed a pyramid scheme.
What? We or you?
No, we both did. We were talking about putting hats and hats and hats and hats.
I almost forgot about that. Don't bring tons of hats if you go.
Yeah, please do not give me your hats. The IRS is looking at me like, oh man, that's a hat pyramid scheme if I've ever heard one.
They start off with hats.
That old chestnut. Pyramid schemes made of hats.
It's a gateway pyramid scheme, and then before you know it, you're pretending you're a Nigerian prince. Is there going to be a map for me to get to this show?
Well, ask around. Everyone knows where the Mushroom Cloud Lounge is.
Okay.
It's in Wasteland City.
Gotcha.
And come see my shows. And if you can only make one, do the charity show, because we need to raise money for a great cause.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting how everybody's so nice there, or so I've heard. You think at a post-apocalyptic event they would just be smashing each other's heads open and slurping out their brains.
I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but Wastelanders are basically LARPers. I'm going to get tons of flack. Are we going to have to cut this? No, I'm leaving it in. People who treat the event way too seriously and start shaming other people for not knowing any better or making simple mistakes. Guys, remember, we're LARPing. We are literally LARPing. We are foam swords away from actually LARPing.
Oh, yeah. Does that mean I can't bring my foam sword?
No.
Then it'll actually be LARPing?
Yeah, so I just remember to have fun.
Okay.
Because I know some people treat Wasteland like it's a job, and if you don't actually work for the company, just have fun, man.
Huh.
I know that's a weird concept to have in 2018.
I haven't had fun for a year and a half, but I'll try.
Is that your political comment?
Yeah, okay. That's my one. I'm using it early.
I kept mine vague for a reason. Listeners, I am flipping him off
and I have
rapidly.
No regrets.
And where else am I going to be? Oh, awesome. So we could actually put this in the episode. I will be doing 2 Halloween seances in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on Halloween, October 31st, 2018. I'm going to be doing an 8 o'clock show and a 10 o'clock show.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing a seance in the scariest place known to man. The back room of a comic book shop and board game store.
Yep. Everybody knows that's the scariest place known to man. It goes back room of a board game and comic book shop, and then maybe the Winchester house.
And then a Walmart men's room.
Yup. That's how it ranks.
I'm just imagining we're doing a spirit board.
Oh, no.
And it starts to spell something out like, who are you trying to reach? ROBLIEFELD. Rob Liefeld? Oh man, this ghost sucks!
This ghost has terrible taste! He's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Rob. I love you.
But fuck that ghost.
I love you. I love you, Rob Liefeld.
You can't draw chests or
Don't at me. Jason, I said no.
I'm sorry.
Look, should we instate a one Rob Liefeld joke? Okay. In addition to our political... No, that's just...
I take back one of those things I said.
Okay.
He could draw chess.
So, come on down to Manhattan Beach, California on Halloween 2018. You can buy tickets for the shows on dhpgastelum.com/shop. And the show itself includes an opening act. One of my favorite magicians in LA, my magic partner, Brett Marks. And I'll be doing a 90-minute seance, and everyone gets to take a poster of the show home.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and if you buy...
I should buy those tickets.
If you buy the tickets in September, then they're $35,
Nice.
which is $5 off what I'll be charging full price.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't got a percentage on that?
What?
Do you have a percentage on how much off that is?
$5.
20% off, guys.
And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a really good show. I'm going to buy tickets this month. I'm excited.
All right. So, we're ready.
All right, what are we talking about this week?
Too many cooks, too many
fuck.
cooks. Too many cooks, too many cooks.
That's going to be in my head for hours.
It's been stuck in my head for... What month is it?
The 9th one, September?
Like 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, every time I go to sleep. Too many cooks, Oh, God. Do you want to explain what Too Many Cooks is?
Too Many Cooks is a fucking hellscape. It starts off as an intro to like a late 80s, early 90s sitcom like Full House. And it slowly devolves into a monstrous nightmare filled with grim death, serial killers, and existential destruction.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was a really good description, actually. It does not look like it in the beginning. I'm probably going to give away tons of stuff. I mean, we both are. But I am going to say...
If you haven't seen it, we'll have a link in the description, but come on, you're on the internet. You've seen Too Many Cooks.
Yeah, if somehow you passed by this one, which was everywhere, like, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
It was like, God, it was like 4 years ago, man.
Damn, time goes quick.
Yeah.
You at least watch it one time without anything we're going to say, and then when you come back really confused... I'm not going to clear anything up, to be honest. I'm still really confused. I've analyzed it. I've looked at it.
You know, I've thought about it a lot, and the best way I can describe it is, what if David Lynch directed Full House?
That is a good description. I even saw one of the things that I noticed this watch we just did was one of the babies had 2 names in the credits for it. Totally from Full House. I didn't even notice that the first time.
People thought Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen was one person.
Really?
And then a few seasons in, they had to put an "and" in between them.
Can I have Mary-Kate Ashley Olsen's autograph? Who?
Oh, fuck.
Mary-Kate Ashley?
It's so fucking sad I know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I could have been a doctor, Jason.
Yep, instead you're filled with Full House trivia. They've got a Jesse-looking guy, like 10 different, like
10 different
average
family
sitcom ass dads.
They have a puppet that looks like Elf if he was like an actual cat named Smarf.
I love that they what was it? Yeah, they had some elves, Full House, some
Family Matters.
Yeah, I was like gonna ask what a black sitcom was. Glad you were able to say that, so I didn't look racist.
It's not going to be the Cosby Show anymore.
Oh yeah. I would have said the Cosby Show before.
And we would have lost all our subscribers, Jason.
But I didn't. Instead, we had Family Matters. And then... How many other sitcoms? So many.
Well, it wasn't just sitcoms. It was also G.I. Joe, Dynasty, Law and Order, like a Lethal Weapon 80s cop show.
I think some sort of CSI-looking thing.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica meets like Star Trek.
What was Dynasty?
Dynasty was, so in the middle of Too Many Cooks, there's a falcon wearing a guard on its head, and then it circles around a giant building.
I was gonna ask about that because they repeated that scene.
That's Dynasty.
4 times. And I don't mean they like filmed this falcon going around a building 4 times. I mean they filmed it once and very clearly and badly replayed it multiple times. And yet for some reason that was the most hilarious shit I've like ever seen.
And then we also had 2 people trying to Linda Carter Wonder Woman transform.
Oh yeah.
And that took, way too long.
Yeah. Oh man, that was not the second one. That didn't take too long.
No, the second one was really fast. I like how he gets his head cut off mid-transformation, and then two different heads
Yeah.
start to fly through the air. That's a good touch.
If somebody hasn't seen the video and they're still listening, that's gonna sound really weird.
They're
that we're talking about.
They're confused out of their fucking minds.
You're like, we were talking about a Full House and Linda Carter sitcom, and now they're talking about people's heads getting chopped off.
So there was a
That messed
serial
up.
killer that appears throughout Too Many Cooks, and whenever his name is whenever he shows up, his name in sitcom fashion, where it should say the actor that plays him, is all staticky and fuzzed out. So
Yeah, it's it makes about as much sense as it sounds, and yet is way creepier than it sounds.
oh man, he's terrifying.
They found the perfect serial killer looking guy.
And to that point into Too Many Cooks, when a character looks into the camera, their name appears, a la Full House. This guy has no name.
Yeah. What does that mean? God, I just want to write an essay about this video. Does he represent something? Is he just a formulation of all of our nightmares?
Well, at this point, I would probably take out a Reddit conspiracy theory on Too Many Cooks. I didn't do that because I already hate myself I hate myself enough to not go on Reddit and read a Too Many Cooks conspiracy theory.
Yeah. You have one that you'd want to propose? Or are you saying you'd want to go on there and read one?
My theory is that he's one of the creative heads of Adult Swim that people don't like.
They got somebody who looks like him. Oh, I like some corporate guy, and he just goes around chopping shows up, and it represents canceling them. I just got deep for Too Many Cooks off your dumb idea.
We also lost our opportunity to work at Adult Swim.
Yeah. Whoops.
So that's always fun.
Hey, I'm saying it's genius. I'm okay with not working at Adult Swim.
So the serial killer starts to chase one of the teenage girls out of the set.
Oh, that's when it got really weird and really meta. Even though it started off pretty meta.
So she gets a head start and she runs away and she hides in a closet. And the closer the serial killer gets, the louder the intro music gets. And he finds her in the closet because her name shines through the blinds of the closet.
It's, oh my god. Like the line between reality and TV sitcom gets blurred to the point of absurdity. And I feel enlightened and both horrified by it. Because he straight up kills her. She dies. Because of her name. At one point there's a scene where they're like, you don't think it could get any more meta? And yet the camera zooms out, it gets even more meta when a doctor is examining some guy who's like whispering some sitcom like one-liners, like, what is he saying? Like, that's my fish.
I've never seen a case of intronitis this bad before.
Yeah. And then he starts to get the names on himself, and theme music starts to grow. And then I think it goes back right to another theme song.
Yeah, basically. He looks into the camera pleading for his life. Kill me. Kill me.
What the hell? And then it goes right from that scene into Too Many Cooks, Too Many. Or maybe it's one of the variations.
But after the doctor guy, you just see the actual names of the people animated to be, kind of like stick figure-ish. And then the actual people appear where the names would be. And they just scream.
It's so weird. In the same, like, Married with Children-ish looking house that was there before. With, like, its 70s decor or whatever. It's just a bunch of letters and words cooking and making out with people, like, sideways where the words would be. Screaming and begging for release. How do they what were they on an Adult Swim to think of this? It's like genius, but in a really weird way.
It's like a 12-minute long video, right? 14 minutes? 12 to 14?
So. Yeah.
So, after this long-ass introduction, you see every single character from the intro in the house. And one of the husbands walks in and goes, "Honey, he's interrupted." And that's the end of the episode.
It's like it teases you that this intro song you've listened to for like 10 minutes is about to lead into an actual TV show. And then, nope, snatched it away. You get... I don't know how to explain this, but it felt like sitcom blue balls.
Let's be real, though. We would watch the fuck out of that show.
With all the people together, the alien lizard man, the fat cook guy.
Yeah, I'd watch it. You wouldn't watch that?
No, I'd probably watch it.
I mean, we're both pop culture masochists, so...
Yeah. Oh, good man. Somebody should write this show. At some point, it turns into G.I. Joe and Battlestar Galactica, like you said. Were any of those... Yeah, some of those guys were there, the alien guys.
Yeah, they all were.
None of the cartoon guys were there, were they?
No, I don't think so. So everyone but the cartoons were in the house.
That makes sense.
That's amazing.
Was that one naked girl who was being, like, spied on by binoculars?
Yeah.
She was there?
Yeah.
Was she still half naked?
I can't tell, but yeah, I think I saw her.
Damn. That is... I think I'd watch that show. There's like the Wonder Woman person in the back, a robot, like a shirtless fireman. Was that actually from a TV show?
I don't know. Shirtless fireman?
Yeah.
Tune in to NBC this fall for Shirtless Fireman. Honey, you gotta put out that fire. Put on a shirt. Sorry, babe. I don't live by the rules.
But, honey, your nipples will get burned.
Then it'll be burned. Saving America.
Bum, bum, bum.
I don't know what that means.
It's good enough for sitcom writing.
I mean, it's good enough for NBC.
Yeah. I am probably CW because he's shirtless and he's hot.
No. We go to NBC, and then we get canceled during our most successful season.
That's some sort of remark about a different...
Nope, I don't know what you're talking about.
About some sort of community, maybe?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like... it's hard to describe because it's going to sound super weird and horrifying, and it is. And yet it's some parts that are so cheesy and weird. But it's actually edited and filmed in good enough quality that I kind of recommend it to everybody I meet.
Everybody should watch Too Many Cooks. If you can, you should show people Too Many Cooks just to watch their reactions.
Yeah, without any context. Maybe just the basic, like... No context is best.
No context. That's the best way to do it.
That's how I watched it. Apparently it was like... That's how it was originally, like, aired, too, wasn't it?
It was on an infomercial on Adult Swim at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So just people who are up, probably drunk, just sitting there on their phones, maybe, watching infomercials in the background, and then suddenly, after one of them ends, it looks like some sitcom is about to start. And their ears perk up, and they're like, huh, what's this show? And then it doesn't end for 12 minutes. And people get murdered.
Do you know about Junji Ito?
I think so. He's like a Korean
Japanese
comic book artist, I want to say.
Yeah, he's a writer and manga artist. And he's known for his horror. Junji Ito has this mastery of horror because he could take something simple like seeing a woman who lives across away from you, but her skin is wrinkled, old, covered in patches of warts and blood. Her eyes are sunken. Her hands look like talons. And she just goes, "Hey fam, hydrate."
It's still the scariest
It's
goddamn.
terrifying. That's not actually what she says, but it's terrifying.
Well, that's a really American reference for a Japanese manga artist.
And I think Too Many Cooks, what it has going for it is the same thing that works with Junji Ito. You take something really familiar and you fuck with it.
Oh, that's what it is, I think. Yeah, that must be what it is. And it's even got that like nostalgic tint to it, which is usually like comforting. So it's even worse that it's like something both familiar and comforting. And it's turned on its head and made really unnerving.
And the idea is, mundane because sitcoms are dime a dozen. Have you heard of Uzumaki?
And Uzumaki, no.
So it's Junji Ito's like masterwork, in my opinion. And the entire premise for the book is, what if a town became terrified by the shape of spirals?
I've heard of this one. I
It's
haven't read it.
So good. We're gonna have a link to it in the description.
I've honestly read some of his other work, and I'm scared to read Uzumaki. I've like read the first couple pages.
Oh, dude, you are not prepared.
And it's similar in that like both things start off kind of normal, and then a bit of something is introduced that unnerves you. And like, I think the beginning of Uzumaki that I read, like they pass an old man in an alley, like staring at a snail or something.
Yeah.
And it's just enough to unnerve you to the point where you're like, okay, this is gonna go somewhere horrible. And I shut the book because I'm a pussy, but I'll go back to it.
Yeah. I think that's the strength of Too Many Cooks.
Because it starts off with like completely normal, and then in a couple scenes he's like hidden in the background. It's probably the reason I watched it like 10 times in a row the first time I saw it 4 years ago. It's just because I kept noticing places he popped up, and because I'm a masochist.
Jason, would you recommend Too Many Cooks?
Yes, 100%. Introduce the people with absolutely no context. Just sit them down. Say you're gonna show them something that's about 10 minutes long, and then stare at their reaction. And then ask them the next day if they got any nightmares. What about you? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend the fuck out of Too Many Cooks. And if you want to do it right, here's what you do. You show your friends Too Many Cooks in February. And they don't trust you to show them anything weird for a few months.
Uh-huh.
So, you wait literally most of a year and you're in December. And you tell your friends, hey, we should have a Star Wars night. And you only show them the Star Wars holiday special.
And then after that, the year, they don't let you pick any movie out.
After that, they're not your friends.
Yeah. I thought you were going to suggest
Everyone will stand up and say, we don't have to take this abuse.
That would take like 10 minutes in the Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, it's so good. But that's how I would recommend it. And if you can't pull that off, show your friends with zero context and just watch their reactions.
Oh, man. Yeah, or the alternative, watch it as it was originally aired, on your couch, under a blanket, 4 a.m., all the lights are off. After, like, zoning out on, like, infomercials for 3 hours.
Do you have anything to plug before we go?
That thing I plugged at the beginning of the episode.
You're the worst.
What about you?
I am on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter and YouTube as DHP Gastelum. Gastelum spelled Gastelum as in Mary. And stop by dhpgastelum.com, where Mondays we update with podcasts, Wednesdays and Fridays with comics.
Nice. Why did Smarf explode after he shot lasers out of his eyes with the serial killer?
Too many cooks, too many cooks.